All right, welcome everyone to the final broadcast of the week. Pre-market prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Well, we were pretty bullish this morning. The reopening trade was on. Everything was up. The airliners, the retailers, the cruise stocks, they were all up this morning during the show. Um, Not anymore. They pulled the rug out from under them today, pretty much from the open onward, and it was a reversal day, capping off what has been, Joel, just
A topsy-turvy week.
a weird couple of weeks here.
Yeah, the rollover, the expiration is now going to be complete here. They juiced those buying balances, right? And they got everybody in the pool, and then they flushed them down the toilet. Quick 41.50 open here in the SPOOs. We went to 44. I was hoping to see that pre-market high of 41.70 or 31.44.75. No, they laughed at me, sold off. We were just kind of leaking. It wasn't like a major sell off, but it was just a slow leak. Midday, you get the COVID news, and this is like you can like set your clock to this. Uh, what is it? Like 11:30. Texas comes out. Florida comes out. California came out later in the day. And that news got us got going south, and tried to hold up. And then about 2:30, we took another leg down. But boy, oh boy, the plunge protection team was in there. They stepped up their level a little bit. They were at 30.60 to 30.64. The plunge protection team came in at 30.71, right in that same area. And boom, we had a rally back over 3,100. Was hoping for a little bit more on that rally, but only got to 31.05. We reversed. Now we're just around unchanged on the session. So it's like nothing happened today. So not a great day for the market that we gave back those gains. The good news is that, we just got a super line of support in there. And hopefully they don't take that out overnight when you guys are sleeping, because maybe I'll be the only one catch it if it takes it out Sunday night.
Yeah, so the Apple news that you alluded to, Joel, is that they are temporarily closing stores starting tomorrow in South and North Carolina, Arizona, and Florida. I liked Wedbush's take on this, which is no real material impact to business, but it does paint a worrisome picture. It doesn't do a lot for your confidence that they're now having to go back and close stores again after reopening.
Yeah, and it's those states that reopened again, early or didn't close early enough. The only thing I could just the Apple Raz snuck that into me at the end of the pre-market show, and the only level I had, it wasn't the old time high till before today was what, 355.46. I think that's what it was. 355.40. And the only thing that I noted was that on that Wednesday, the pre-market high was 356. So to me, hey, I don't know if their seller was still there or not. You don't know. Good news. Obviously, there still is a seller looking in the 356 handle. You got the
Wait, so what was the open
356.
today? The open today was
54.64.
okay.
They jammed it to 56.56, and a big reversal when that news came out.
Yeah.
So
it seems like that seller at 356 would still be there.
he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sellers. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they were there in the and that, sometimes I jot those down because, they're good for continued follow through, or just, institutions, they take a while. If you want to get out of 2, 3, 4 million, Apple at 356, you put an order of, 100,000 to go there.
Yep.
Man, the algos are just going to step in front of that and not let it get done. So, still a good week for Apple. We closed last Friday at 38.80, so still tacking on 10 points for the week, but a reversal off that high, but certainly nothing to disrupt the long-term trend.
One thing that I'm sort of hanging my hat on here is the relationships that we've been talking about for months are still like
Hallelujah.
solid as a rock, right? I mean, the reopening stocks, the airlines, they trade with the cruise stocks, they trade with the retail stocks. These stocks trade together, and then on the opposite side, Teladoc and Zoom. And Etsy and Netflix and all these quarantine stocks and Wayfair, all the stocks that were up, in March, they're up again today, and that relationship you can bank on that, right? So that's what I would take away is like if I saw weakness in Netflix or whatever, or Zoom or Teladoc, I would just go down that list of all the stocks that trade with it because these relationships have not weakened at all.
No, no. If you're looking for signals from the market, from the stocks, they're saying it's not over, right? They're saying that you know don't know what the extent of what the course is going to happen with the virus or whatever, but your Zoom, your Teladoc, they're still going lower. S&P's taking a negative turn here at 346. We should get a lot of volatility here in the last hour, last 15 minutes. So a lot of volatility dancing around unchanged. There probably should be some imbalances. Noted that I said earlier in the week that the average daily ranges were expanding, more volatility. More volatility does not bode well for the market. You want these nice little ranges and go up every day just a little bit. So not liking this last half hour of trading. Wish we would have got just a little bit higher on that bump up at 315.
Yeah. All right, let's go to some stocks. A couple of stocks we talked about this morning. Then we'll go to the chat. Let's just look at stocks like.
Let's talk about your stock, AMC.
But why is that? Wait, why is that my stock?
I don't know. You're a big movie guy.
Yeah, I go to the movies like 5 times a year, 6 times a year.
Wow, that's a lot.
Does that make me a movie guy? I don't know.
Well, you and
I will,
Dennis.
now
You and Dennis with the movie lines.
Well, now I have a gift card that I'm never going to use ever again. So great.
Can you just go when they're open and like go use it for like popcorn and stuff like that?
I don't know.
Well, first of all, they come out and they said they weren't going to require people to wear masks, right?
That changed.
Yeah.
That policy didn't last long.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, it had the higher open. It went up another nickel and then just STB. And now you're down. I mean, it's tough for those stocks. And then with the reported cases here increasing, it's not good for the stock. Down 8 cents, giving it back all those gains. S&Ps, holy mackerel! Someone pulled the rug out here. We are now back to 19 handles off the low of the session. What time was that ramp up here? Let me go to my 15-minute chart, and man, oh man.
Looks like
man.
It looks like it was like an hour ago.
How come they couldn't take it now? No, we actually hit 3104.75. I'm looking at my half-hour chart. It was it was in the last half hour. Well, it was between 3 and 3:30 that you had that bump up.
Yeah,
folks, that's a key time. You got to be watching this market if you want to find a good reversal time. 3 to 3:15, 3 to 3:30. Just like, hey, we're going back to the highs, and boom, now we're in the red. So that's a key time. I don't know. I should be like Dennis. I should trade at 6 o'clock at night. I should trade at 4 o'clock in the morning, 9:30, and you come back at 3 o'clock because everything else is in between. Rocket One has said please twice on Carnival Cruise Lines. And what should we say, Spencer? Why don't you do your quick analysis here of Carnival Cruise Lines?
What analysis do I have? I mean, they trade with the rest of the sector. So I'll pull up a chart. There's no news today beyond just the increased case counts. Although wait, no, there was a headline that some international cruise trade organization was not going to port in the U.S. or something like that. I vaguely read something a couple hours ago about that, but nothing specific to Carnival. I have nothing to say other than the fact that looking at a 5-day, 15-minute chart, whatever the low was from yesterday kind of sticks out.
Yeah, and you did take that out. You got to 1749. So I would just key on that for next week. You are closing on the low for the week. You made your lowest high for the week today. You've been coming down. You lost, over a stick on Wednesday, 20, 30 cents, 30 cents on yesterday, another stick today. So not a good week. I mean, if you want to try and keep your bullish hat on this one, you really want to see that 1749, that low from today, hold. If not, man, you're looking at 1675. That was your June 11th high. So I think, with this one, with everything that's going on, I just, with the news from NCLH, earlier in the week, I mean, it's just hard for me. I mean, I know Davey Day Trader, he loves these airlines and he loves these cruise lines. And you are buying the dip in them, but I just don't see this thing, having a resolution for like a year. So if that's like a year, if I'm looking a year from now, I don't know. Plus, I don't like cruises, so I'm kind of biased on that one. But yeah, for next week, keep an eye on that 1749 because I just don't like that the next low is at 1675. That was your June 11th low.
All right, here's one. I had an email correspondence with someone.
Sure.
He mentioned he was following. This is a new one for me. WRTC, Wrap Technologies. I guess it's similar to Taser. It's a similar play to Taser.
Okay.
It's a play on law enforcement and non-lethal technology, if you want to call it that.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel, who emailed us, said he's been watching it for a couple of weeks. He said he bought some at $7. Now it's around $9.80.
Wow. This is a tough one here. It's had the big run, right? 1060s. Did this thing? It's a new IPO, right? It looks like, or does it have more stock history than this?
I don't think so. No, this was an IPO, I think, 2018.
Man.
Or maybe they did a reverse merger with somebody, or
man, I don't know. I'm almost lost in this one, Spencer.
Okay.
I would just.
That's fair. That's fair.
I would say I'd have to wait for a pullback here. I mean, it had that ramp up from like 5 to 9 and change, and then they brought it down to 6. So maybe you get another, if I could see 2, 3, 4 days of it, extended selling, then I would I would try and pick it up, but don't like the candle from today. Ran up, made a new high for the move. You're going to get a double close here. It looks like we got 7 minutes to go. 969 was your close from yesterday. 980 if we closed right now. So a double close to me is it's just as good as a double top or double bottom. So let's see what the bulls and the bears can do there. But I just don't like the red candle of the day. And we'll keep an eye on that. Let's check up on this one next week. I just can't, when I look at a stock, the chart, like sometimes it's like something jumps out and I'm like, I have a good, like with Penn Gaming today. The other times I look at it and I'm like, man, like I'm not going to give investment advice on this. I don't know what the hell's going on in this one.
That's fair. Let's move on here. Ernesto.
By the way, we don't give investment advice on this show. Go ahead, Spencer.
I don't know why Ernesto is torturing his family right now, but he says he has us on the big screen and they're all watching us. So,
hello to the Diaz family.
Sorry.
Hello and welcome to Benzinga.
I'm sorry about that.
Learn about the markets. I love that.
Hey, in Shake Shack here, I don't know what happened. What happened here at the 1245 candle today? 341,000 shares traded in that 15-minute candle from 12:45 to 1 o'clock. I don't know what happened.
Spencer, man, you're drilling down. Boy, look at you. With the 15-minute chart, you're picking up the volume. Where'd you get that from, Spencer? Someone helped you with that one.
No, so full disclosure, I mean I'm showing a trade station chart right now, but on my laptop I have Thinkorswim and I use both interchangeably throughout the show. So that's on my Thinkorswim chart right now on Shake Shack.
Boy. That just looks like a good old fashioned, like, I don't want to call it cross, but someone, I mean, I'm sure other shares traded in the bracket,
Yeah.
but to me, I think someone's saying Josh Brown talked about Shaq at that time.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I bet
That's it.
That's it. I bet you that's it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I was going to try and,
holy cow.
Yeah. Wow. So it's a Josh Brown print. I was going to say that, like, someone said, hey, I got 150 to sell. Someone said, hey, I have 150 to buy. Where do you want to do it? That's a big print. Yeah.
Okay. In the 15 minutes prior, 28,000 shares traded. In the 15 minutes after, 23,000 shares traded. But in that 15 minutes, from 12:45 to 1 o'clock, almost 342,000 shares traded. That is insane.
And 337,468 were from the Robinhood platform.
You said it. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. Intraday like that, trading that kind of volume, to me, it was a big cross. Someone was looking at sell 150 and someone was looking to buy 150 and they stuck their bid out there. I mean, probably a bunch of different other trades, but I'll just tell you what the Shack here. The Shack it's consolidating and it's in a trading range and it's found a bottom. It's found buyers at 51, 52 to 52. And I use the top of the range is 50. Now today got to 56.76. But I just think you just got to let this thing shack out between 51.52 and 56.76. It's consolidating. It's been on an uptrend since making the March low. So you want to say that it's consolidating for another move higher. But once again, where is the whole rest? Do you want to own restaurants? Do you want to own hotels? Do you want to own airlines? Do you want to own cruise lines, or do you want to own Amazon that goes up every day no matter what happens? I mean, these are risky stocks.
I keep coming back to what Ryan Dietrich said like a month ago on our show, which is the industries most vulnerable to a crisis tend to.
We just took we just got slapped in the face there, Spencer. We just took another leg down in the S&Ps here. Down now, we're down 950 on the session. Volatility supreme coming in here in the last couple hours here. Overall, I mean, I know we had that rally this morning, but man, I don't think this is a good day for the market. I know I went home long last night, but I am not going home long tonight. I don't like this price action here at all.
No, yeah, okay. So 2 minutes left in the not in the future section, but in the regular session here. Futures close at 4:15, Joel, 4:30?
4:15, right? But then you get and then you shut down for 15 minutes.
Then you reopen.
And then you just get shaken and baking between 4:30 and 5, a Trump tweet, who knows, and move the markets. But 4 o'clock cash close,
okay.
4:15, the SPOO's official close. And then you have that extra half hour between 4:30 and 5 where you can get some pretty good action off.
One more.
The one life, one chance. Do you want to do his question?
Where would be a good place to see the overall volume in the market? You could look at like the SPY and look at the volume in that. But
I think it'd be your best gauge.
You want to see that'd be my best bet. If you want to look at overall like trading I would just look at the indices. I would look at the diamonds, DIA, or look at the SPY, the IWM, and I would just look at that, but I don't know of a way to. I'm sure there is a way to look at overall volume in the market.
Yeah, you could look at the composite. That's what Flying Orange is saying. What to expect on Monday? I'm expecting a bloodbath here. I mean,
I don't
this
know. I don't know. How can you say that with any certainty? There's no way to. This is a ridiculous, unpredictable back and forth market. Oh, can we just do Wells Fargo real fast? Let's just do
Did
that.
you see what they just did to the S&Ps on the close here, on the cash close, Spencer? We're getting crushed. I mean, we'll see if that 30-60 that area holds up overnight, but no one wants to be long going over the weekend. What stock did you want to cover?
Wells Fargo. Siesta Mike says he's short.
Siesta Mike says he's short.
I read
know
it.
you get me to argue with a short position. What you need, Siesta Mike, is let's just go for the low for last week, or for this week, 26.56. That was your low on Monday. Close 25. You got a lot of closes here at 27.5. So what I would say right now, I'm predicting, who knows what's going to happen over the weekend. But your line in the sand will be 27.50. 3 closes right there. It'll open up. We have a lower open that's going to open up as resistance. Higher open will be support. But I think you're okay on this one. Just basing on the price action here. Who knows what the news is going to be over the weekend on the virus, but keep an eye. You got a triple close there, 27.50. That'll be a good level for next week.
All right, that'll be a wrap for us. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. It really helps us out with our YouTube overlords. You can also check out Benzinga Pro. There's a link in the description of this video for a free trial and discount to that. Please remember that all the information from our broadcast is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. Everyone have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend.
And I hope everyone's cheering for my horse. If you hear if Tap It to Win wins the Belmont and you hear like a scream coming out of the Midwest, that's going to be coming from my house.
All right, Joel, good luck with that bet. Good luck, everyone. We'll talk to you again on Monday morning.
All right, man. Good job. I'll talk to you over